Hi, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm your host, Kyle Shepard, here in Boma, our petting zoo. Today we're going to talk about our dinosaur exhibit. We've got 12 animatronic dinosaurs from 5 different continents. We're going to meet our 3 newest additions to the zoo, baby Bongos. We're going to meet our baby Nigerian Dwarf Goats in our Boma petting zoo. And we're also going to talk to Hunter Wiedemann about his Biking for Bear program and Glacier Run. Stick around for the Wild Side. Okay, we're here at our new Dinosaurs attraction to learn a little bit more about these dinosaurs. We've got Doug McCoy, the Assistant Curator of Education. Doug has been at the Louisville Zoo for 21 years. He is our resident dinosaur guru, so we're going to talk to him a little bit about these dinosaurs. So Doug, we've got, what do we have back here?
We have actually this year 12 different kinds of dinosaurs for folks to come out and see, okay? We have dinosaurs from 5 different continents represented this year. People might not realize this, but dinosaurs have been found on every continent, even Antarctica. If you were here a couple of years ago, you might have seen an Antarctic dinosaur we had. So we have dinosaurs from 5 different continents represented this year, and basically all kinds. Everything from the big meat eaters like you're seeing behind you, like T-Rex, which is a local favorite with a lot of kids, to some very small dinosaurs. Actually, we have the smallest dinosaur that's yet to be found. We have Compsognathus this year. It's kind of neat. So we've got a wide range of plant eaters, meat eaters, even some that eat both things.
Okay, tell us a little bit about this big boy here.
Well, we've got a T-Rex behind us, which is typically one of the favorites of the kids. Laying down in front of him is a Triceratops, which is another favorite generally. These 2 animals would have actually lived together at one time, and about 65 million years ago, both kind of disappeared at the same time.
Okay. Now they make noise, they're growling at us. How do we know how they sounded?
Well, we don't know 100% how they sounded. Now, some dinosaurs actually had resonating chambers, and we can reconstruct those resonating chambers and get some idea of what the sound might have been like that came out of them. Some of them, like these guys, it's kind of more of a guess.
And you said these were from 5 different continents and all different kinds of time frames.
All different types of time frames. One of the things a lot of people don't understand is that all the dinosaurs that you know in your head didn't all necessarily live at the same time. We have dinosaurs here that lived actually from 200 and something million years ago up to about 65 million years ago. So we have a wide range covering about 180 million years time span.
Well, do you mind giving us a little tour? We'll look at a couple other
Yeah,
species.
we got some great ones to see.
Excellent.
Okay, all right. We're standing in front of Suchomimus. This is one of the African species that we have. And the African species have a lot more detail to them because most of what we know about them has come in the last 20, 30 years, so better techniques in terms of finding things out. Suchomimus means literally crocodile mimic. If you look at this guy, he's got a really long jaw, and this long jaw tells us that this particular animal actually fed on fish and amphibians and things like that, as opposed to big meat eaters like T-Rex we just saw back there. This guy has a cousin called Spinosaurus, who is the largest carnivorous dinosaur that has ever been found, and it's a lot bigger than the T-Rex over there. So the Spinosaurus from Africa, we're finding out a lot of new stuff about dinosaurs from a whole new group of animals just discovered within the last 30, 40 years. Well, we're standing in front of Ornithomimus. Ornithology is the study of birds. So ornithomimus means bird mimic. This is an Asian species. One of the interesting things about this guy, he kind of looks like an ostrich and is known as one of the ostrich-like dinosaurs. Had a very large brain case, expected to have been very intelligent as far as dinosaurs go, and like a lot of the dinosaurs, especially meat eaters like T-Rex, was probably covered with feathers. That has something to do with the relationship with dinosaurs and what we know about birds today and dinosaurs. So we're learning a lot more about that all the time.
Okay, we're wrapping up our dinosaur tour here with the Edmontosaurus, and Doug, it looks like he may have walked on all fours. Can you tell us about that?
Actually, this one did walk on all fours. This is our first herbivore we've seen today, a plant eater. And Edmontosaurus actually walked on all fours when it was going slow, but when he had to run away from a predator or something like that, he could actually raise up on 2 legs and go a little bit faster.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, so if I'm coming to this exhibit, tell me top 3 things that you want folks to look for when they're coming.
I want them to walk away with first understanding, you know, they think dinosaurs, why the zoo has dinosaurs. Well, dinosaurs were just another set of animals that lived at a different time, but they all lived in the same types of ecosystems you have today, and they all had roles in those ecosystems as carnivores, herbivores, so they're not that much different than the animals that you see at the zoo. In fact, we can relate some of them to animals at the zoo. Another thing is the realization that we were all taught as we were young that dinosaurs are extinct. In reality, from what we know today from the fossil record, is dinosaurs are still with us, and that's in the form of birds. Birds all are the living descendants, basically, of an ancestral meat-eating dinosaur. So that's an interesting thing to get across. And that all the dinosaurs didn't all live at the same time. And they didn't all go extinct, quote unquote, at the same time. They lived over 180 million years, which is a lot longer than we've been around. And so they were a pretty successful group. And just because they went extinct, which is part of the natural process, doesn't mean they weren't successful.
Oh, you mentioned extinction, and I think that they can teach us a lot about species and how we can care for our planet so that doesn't happen in the future.
Exactly, and a lot of the things that went wrong for the dinosaurs, we're seeing some of those same kind of things repeating themselves today. History does repeat itself even over millions of years.
Excellent. Lots to learn about dinosaurs here and how to care for our planet. There are 12 of them here from 5 different continents through August 19th. Come take a look. Okay, now we're in the heart of the zoo with Sylvia Zirkelbach. She has been a keeper here at the zoo for 29 years, and we're here going to talk about our newest additions, 3 bongo calves. So, bongos are antelopes?
They are. They're a forest antelope from the western part of Africa. And these 3 females each had a calf in mid-May. The first one was a male that weighed about 50 pounds. And then we have 2 little girls that each weighed about 40 pounds. And they're already eating a little bit of grain and hay. And they like to lay together. They're a herd animal.
Okay, okay. Tell us a little bit about their moms.
Their moms actually is the older one is the mother of the 2 other mothers. So the 2 younger ones, it's their first calves this year.
Okay, so we have a grandmother and a mother,
Yes.
and okay, 3 generations of bongo babies. They're in the yard daily now, weather permitting, of course. And,
Yes.
And they now, okay, there's a distinction. They look like antlers, but they're not antlers. They're...
Right. Antelopes have horns, and so they're continually growing throughout their life. And so the oldest one, she has the longer horns as they continue to grow. And they grow a little bit backwards. It helps them drop their heads and run through the rainforest.
If somebody's coming to see the bongo babies, what do you think you should tell them to look for?
Early in the mornings is when they first come out of the barn, and they're more active then. This is a nice day, so I'm surprised they're not up and about a little bit. Later on, they probably will be. So look for that. The 3 little ones like to run around together earlier in the mornings, and then they settle down and lay together.
So these bongo babies are pretty important to the SSP. What does their birth mean to the SSP?
Well, the bongo are a rare antelope in the wild and in captivity, so it's really important to increase the population and the genetic diversity. So that's what we've done here in Louisville.
Excellent. So you've been a keeper for 29 years. What's your favorite part about being a keeper?
The interaction with the animals, whether it's a giraffe or a monkey, you know, it's different with different species. It's just so fantastic.
Okay, these little bongo calves don't have names yet, so we're going to have a naming contest soon. We'll be announcing the details on our Facebook page and on our website, louisvillezoo.org. We want you to be a part of the naming, so stay tuned. Okay, so these are our baby Nigerian dwarf goats. They're in Boma daily, and your Boma admission is free with your zoo admission. They were born from 2 different mothers. We've got Sheldon here, he's the only male, and we've got 4 females. And now they're in the general population of Boma, and they're just hanging out, and you can come and meet Sheldon and Zoe and Clarie and little Marie, and they're on exhibit daily in Boma. In the general population, you can come in and pet them and hang out with them. Okay, I'm here with Hunter Wieneman in Glacier Run. Hunter's been a keeper here for 10 years. Last time on the Wild Side, we talked to Hunter Wieneman about his trip to Churchill, Canada as part of the Arctic Ambassador Program with Polar Bears International. Part of that program is to come back to your city with a community project to help reduce your carbon emission and carbon footprint. And Hunter's come up with what he calls Biking for Bears, where he has pledged to ride to work, to bike 500 miles this year. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the whole purpose of Biking for Bears is to reduce your individual carbon footprint. One of the ways you can do that is not driving your car. So there's many resources available throughout the community that you can utilize to bike to work. You can plan your route, you can know all the biking laws, and if you have to go do an extended commute, you can actually use the TARC system that does have bike racks on the front of the TARC buses. So all those resources are available. So the whole premise of Biking for Bears is to really show people what's available and how to utilize those resources.
And you were telling me a little bit before about the LouisvilleKY.gov website, Bike Louisville, who has some information about those resources. So what can I find there?
If you go to LouisvilleKY.gov and look up Bike Louisville, you can go to a bike-specific page that has all the resources you could ever want to plan your route. If you have any questions about bicycle commuting, all those questions will be answered on that website.
So in your 500 miles that you'll be biking to work, you are going to wear a jersey with a polar bear on the back of it to sort of indicate why you're doing this, which is for the bears, right?
Exactly. If you see me on the road, you will see a large polar bear face on my back looking right at you. So, you know, wave if you would like. I'd really love to hear from everybody, and, you know, 500 miles, I'm right at the 200-mile mark right now. So I've got quite a ways to go.
How long is your commute to work?
It's right around 15 miles each day.
But you're doing more than just back and forth to work.
Yes, any small errands I have to do to the grocery store that's within biking distance, I'm trying to incorporate just biking into my everyday life.
I bet you would imagine you've lost some calories, burned some calories, and lost some weight with that as well.
It keeps you in shape, and it keeps you out of the gym because, you know, just going from point A to point B is a workout. So.
And it is all about the bears here. So we'll have more information on our website, Biking for Bears with Hunter Wieneman. Don't forget, we want you to help us name those baby bongos. We'll be announcing details of a naming contest soon, so check our website. Also, don't forget, Boma is open. It's free with your zoo admission. It's open daily. You can come pet those baby goats you saw. And as always, thanks for taking a walk on the wild side with us. We'll see you next time.